We don't rely on material things. We rely only on what is true forever. That is God. The lulav is a branch of an olive, of a date tree, a palm tree. It's long, it's tall, it's thin, and its leaves are compact, no space between them. So there are many things that it symbolizes, but before we get to the symbols, it is God's pleasure that on the holiday of Sukkot, we take the palm tree with um, three other plants and we unite them. There's the mitzvah. That gives God pleasure. Why and how we'll probably never appreciate, but that's what makes it a mitzvah. There are a number of symbols attributed to the lulav. One is unity. After Yom Kippur, when we've all been forgiven, all our sins are erased, then we're all kind of equalized. No one is better than anybody else. We're all innocent. So we celebrate that oneness by taking a plant that represents oneness. All its leaves are close, tight with each other. Another symbol is that the lulav kind of resembles the spine. The other three plants, one of them looks more like a heart, a human heart. The other one looks like lips, and the third one looks like eyes. So you have the heart, the spine, the eyes, and the lips, representing the entire human being. Another symbol is the date of the palm tree has a good taste. It doesn't have a particularly pleasant smell. Taste and smell represent learning and doing. The learning is a good taste because you internalize it. Like food, it becomes you. Whereas doing, action of mitzvahs, is like a garment. You don't internalize it, you surround yourself with it. So there are those people who are great students of Torah. They study Torah, they get to know God. They're not exceptional in their doing. Their focus is on the learning more than on the doing. And that's represented by the palm tree that has a good taste, not necessarily a good smell. The four species, the four plants, each represent a type of behavior. One who learns more than he does, one who does more than he learns, one who both learns and does exceptionally, and one who is not so good either in learning or in doing. Basically, that represents every kind of human being. And by taking these four plants together, we're uniting them in addition to each one of them being a symbol of unity. One of the four plants that we take on Sukkot and join it with the other three plants is the citron, the esrog. It looks like a lemon, similar, but it's a citron. It's a completely different fruit. What it represents is that number one, it looks like a heart. Number two, it stays on the tree all year round. Through all four seasons, the citron grows on the tree, which is unique. It grows from the heat of the summer, it grows from the coolness of the winter. So it kind of unites and combines all four seasons into one fruit. So it represents unity. And finally, it has a good taste and it has a good smell, representing a person who both learns and does exceptionally. He learns as much as he does, and he does as much as he learns. Or like the saying is, he learned the Torah, and the Torah learned him how to behave. Of course, the mitzvah of sitting in a sukkah is the main mitzvah of the holiday of Sukkot. God says, for these 7 days or 8 days, you should have all your meals in a sukkah. You should live temporarily in a sukkah. A sukkah is a temporary hut because the roof is made of plants. It's not solid. So it protects you from the wind a little bit and from the sun. It's not a house. And what that reminds us is that there were 40 years where God led us through the desert from Egypt to Israel, 3,330 some years ago, and protected us from the elements. So, in gratitude for that 40-year miracle, we take our meals and do everything else that we would do in the house, we do it in the sukkah. Beyond the remembering, which God says explicitly in the Torah, you should sit in the sukkah for the duration of the holiday, so that all your future generations will know that I took care of you for the 40 years wandering in the desert. In addition, there are some symbolic concepts. The sukkah reminds us that our protection comes from God, not from the solid roof above our heads. We don't rely on material things. We rely only on what is true forever. That is God. Number two, there are many mitzvot we do, like, for example, giving charity. You give charity with your hand, primarily. It doesn't involve the entire body. Actually, indirectly, the dollar bill that you're giving to charity is the result of your working for a living, whatever it is you do. And what you do to make a living involves your entire body. You go to work. Now, all the effort of all the body, of all your activities at work that produces the dollar is now becoming charity. So indirectly, your whole existence is involved in that mitzvah. But directly, it's only your hand that is performing the mitzvah. Living in the sukkah temporarily means your entire body and your activities. Your meals have become a mitzvah. Everything you eat in the sukkah has become a mitzvah. Your body enters the sukkah completely from head to toe. Your entire body is engaged in the performance of the mitzvah. So the sages have said that this mitzvah is unique. All mitzvahs are garments. They surround you. You're clothed in a mitzvah. This mitzvah is not only like a garment, it's like a hug. The sukkah is God's hug. You enter into the sukkah, you are embraced by God. It's another expression of unity, that this mitzvah unites all the activities of the human being, all parts of the body, and all of his daily behaviors. All become united in the performance of this mitzvah. So the theme of the holiday of Sukkot is the unity that we have created by cleaning our slate, by becoming innocent equally, so that we're all on the same page and we can all sit together in one giant sukkah.